This is my demonstration of the multi-point star. You're going to need a piece of paper, a ruler, and then you decide. You can either use pencil and eraser or you can use a black marker. I've got a thin black Sharpie pen here. You can also use a thick Sharpie. I'm using a black pen so that you can see what I'm doing. But it's always a good idea to use pencil. First thing you're gonna do, you're gonna draw 2 dots in the middle, somewhere kind of in the middle of your paper. It doesn't matter, they don't have to be an exact middle. And then you're going to take your ruler and you're gonna make a straight line between those 2 dots, like that. And then on the top and bottom of those dots, you're gonna make 15 or 20 more dots. Just spread them out wherever you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'll start with 15 and see how that works. Don't put any dots on your line, okay? Then you're going to connect every single dot to your line segment here. So you're gonna go from the dot you drew to that dot, the dot you drew to this dot. That's your first triangle. And then you're just gonna do that to every single dot that you drew using your ruler. And if your lines overlap, that is a-okay. That's part of what's gonna make this look really cool. So just keep connecting every single dot to the 2 dots that you made. Now I have my multi-point star done. If you did it in pencil at this point, if you want to go back over it with black pen, that's fine. If you did it in black pen, you're ready to start coloring. I like to color with colored pencils because I can control the pressure. So I can start right here, say, and I can push hard in the middle like this. And then as I go out, I can pull up on the pressure and I can make it lighter so I can get a nice gradation. And so for that reason, I'm a big fan of colored pencils. You also could do this with marker. If you have watercolor paper or paper that you can paint on, you could also do it with paint. It'd look really cool with watercolor. And with watercolor, again, you can kind of control that gradation and go from dark to light. So really, the sky is the limit. You could also Zentangle in there some, maybe in some of the different sections, go in and put some patterns, like some Zentangle patterns or some simple patterns like this, and just kind of vary it between the different sections. Okay, so really that's all there is to it. Now to color it. So here's my angle star all colored in. This one, like I said, I used a thin marker and I put some Zentangle patterns, and I decided to leave some of those just white behind the pattern to balance the color. Some of them I colored the patterns in with different colors. I used colored pencil for this. Another option when you do something like this is you can go ahead and bubble cut it and then mount it on a different color paper. And I'm going to do this and show you, and then I'll bring back also another version of this where I actually made my star a little bigger. In order to make it bigger, you just make sure your dots are a little further out on the paper. So let me finish this up. I'll bring it back and show you, and then I'll show you a different version as well. I'm going to do with a larger Sharpie, I'm going to make my dots a little bit further out. Here's my line segment that I'm going to start with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to do 13. Unlucky 13. All right, now I'm going to draw my points. This star is going to be a little bigger than my last one because I made my points a lot further out. So let me finish this one up and color it, and I'll show you the difference. So here's what it looks like when I did my dots a little bit further out. I used a thicker marker and I used, or a thicker Sharpie, black Sharpie, and I used markers to color it in. So it has a lot different look. So there's that one. Here is the one where I used the thinner marker and the colored pencils, and I actually got a black paper, and I think I'm gonna glue it onto that black paper so it's gonna look like that. So that's pretty cool as well. So go ahead, grab your supplies and start experimenting with your multi-angle star. They come out pretty cool. All right, have fun.